In the shadowed corridors of a vast crumbling castle in 17th century Hungary, there lived a woman whose name would become synonymous with terror and bloodlust, Elizabeth Bathory, the infamous Blood Countess. Born into wealth and privilege, Elizabeth was a strikingly beautiful aristocrat, but beneath her regal exterior, a dark and twisted obsession brewed. As the years passed, the Countess became haunted by the relentless march of time. Her once radiant beauty began to fade, and with it, her sense of control. Desperate to cling to her youth, she sought out a sinister remedy. It was whispered among her servants that Elizabeth had discovered an unholy secret. The blood of virgins could restore her fading youth. What began as a cruel experiment soon descended into a blood-soaked nightmare. Young peasant girls from nearby villages were lured into the castle under the pretense of work, only to meet a gruesome fate within its stone walls. Elizabeth's methods were as creative as they were horrifying. The girls were beaten, tortured, and drained of their blood in rituals so macabre they became the stuff of legend. Some accounts claimed Elizabeth would bathe in their blood, believing it would rejuvenate her skin. Others whispered that she drank the blood, her lips stained crimson with the essence of her victims. The castle itself became a place of dread. The cries of the tortured echoed through the halls, and the once majestic castle grounds turned into a graveyard of forgotten souls. Yet no one dared to challenge the Countess. Her wealth and noble status kept the local authorities at bay, and fear gripped the surrounding countryside. The people knew something unspeakable was happening within the castle, but they were powerless to stop it. For years, Elizabeth's reign of terror continued unchecked. Her body count grew into the hundreds, each girl a silent witness to her insatiable thirst for youth. But like all monsters, her time would eventually run out. Rumors of her atrocities spread beyond the local villages, reaching the ears of King Matthias II of Hungary. Unwilling to tolerate further bloodshed, he ordered an investigation into the Blood Countess. When the king's men finally stormed the castle, what they found inside was beyond anything they could have imagined. Blood-stained walls, mutilated bodies, and instruments of torture littered the chambers. Elizabeth herself was caught in the act, still poised above a dying girl, her hands stained with blood. The Countess, once revered and feared, was now a monster trapped by her own madness. Elizabeth Bathory was never formally tried for her crimes. Her noble status spared her from public execution. Instead, she was sealed away in her castle, bricked into a small room with only a slit for air and food. There, in the suffocating darkness, she spent the remaining years of her life, consumed by the very fear of aging that had driven her to commit such unspeakable horrors. Her death did not bring peace, only more questions. Was Elizabeth Bathory truly mad, or was she the victim of a grand conspiracy to seize her wealth and power? Did she really bathe in the blood of her victims, or were these tales exaggerated over time? Whatever the truth, her name has endured through the centuries as a chilling reminder of the depths to which human obsession can descend. And so, the Blood Countess remains one of history's most terrifying enigmas. A woman whose thirst for eternal youth led her to commit the most gruesome of crimes, forever etched in the annals of horror.